Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Before we can begin with digitizing, we'll first look at some things. So first of all guys, I'd really like to thank you for participating in a geospatial poll that I had set up both on Google and on Twitter. The question was, which geospatial mapping software interests you the most? And I wanted to get a real statistic of what you people are interested in learning in relation to mapping. So the choices were ArcGIS Desktop, QGIS, and AutoCAD. Yeah. So as from the results, you can see that ArcGIS scored a higher percentage. This does not mean that it was a competition, but just a statistic of what you people prefer. Also on Twitter, ArcGIS scored 53%. So this has encouraged me to continue creating ArcGIS mapping tutorials. So thank you guys for participating in the poll, and yeah, thanks guys. So stick to the end of this video because I have a surprise for you, some good news that I'll be sharing with you. Anyway, let's get started with digitizing. So first of all, you need to begin with a page border. Yeah. So this page border will mainly be used to group all of the layout elements together by the use of a graphic line that surrounds all of the elements, be it the legend, the title, etc. So let's get started. So first we'll click on this icon. Then our map appears to look better if it were in a portrait layout rather than in a landscape layout rather than in a portrait layout. So we'll just change the layout to a landscape. So click on this icon that I've just selected and select ISO A4 landscape. Actually, you can select the size you want, but I'll just be using ISO A4 for this tutorial. So just click and finish, and there you have it. So at least the map should be covering 2/3 of the page border. Yeah. So the next step will of course be to add a title, and the main purpose of the title is to pronounce the intent of the map. That is what the map is all about. So you can have the title at the top, and it should be large enough, not too large, and also bold. So for example, this one you can name it something like Naromoru topographic map. So to give it a title, just go to insert title and just type Naromoru topographic map. Okay. So we can style our title. You can just double click on it and go to change symbol. And then we'll give it maybe font size of 20. Let's try 20, bold, and font type of, let's use Times Roman. Yeah. Click OK, and let's see how it appears. So it will be at the center. So we can make it a little bit larger. So go to change symbol again and add 22. Yes, something like that. Then next we need to add the legend. and also the north arrow. So let's start with the north arrow, which seems to be easier. So go to insert. Oops. Let's zoom in a little. Insert, and I'll just pick my favorite one, which is this one, the first one. Click OK, and then you just drag it to a corner. So the north arrow can be at the corner here or at the bottom together with the marginal elements of the map. And basically the function of the north arrow is to show the orientation of the map. So the north arrow should be small enough, simple and unobtrusive for most modern layouts. So I think ours is just the perfect size. Next we'll input a legend. So I'll be putting a legend at the bottom here. So it's very easy. Just go to insert, legend. Then you're going to select the layers that you want to appear in our legend. So you want the farm, abstractions, road, rivers, and forest, subcatchment, boundary, and soils. Then a Romuru projection layer won't appear. Then the number of columns in the legend. So this one will be determined by how many symbols you have to represent. Basically the function of the legend is just to show how the symbols are being represented and to be able to look up the details from the map. So I'll just click next. Because you have few items, you just have one column. Then you can select the font type. I'll just use Times Roman again, just to keep everything standard. Then click on next. We can give it a border of maybe 0.5. Then next, you can just click on next again, then finish. So that's a simple legend of how it should appear. So basically guys, we're just doing a walkover of the things you should do or how you should do them when designing a map. So if I don't like this legend, I can just double click on it and change the design. Maybe I want to change the border to none, or perhaps let me add a background of hollow and a drop shadow of none. Next we are going to add the grids. That's the grid lines or the graticules, and the graticules are just latitude and longitude lines that run along the surface of the map element, and they enable the viewer to visualize how flat map surface relates to the real world. So to add a grid, we'll go to view, data frame properties, and then we'll select grids and choose new grid. So I'm going to use a measured grid, and it divides the map into a grid of map units. You can use the one that you prefer most. Then you click next. I'm going to use ticks and labels. Next. Then going to, let me just go back. Just click next and finish. Then click apply and OK. So we need to edit it a little bit. If there are any background noises, I apologize. So we'll just edit this. We'll style it. So we can just put the left. We can put it to be on the bottom and the left. And then the lines, we want them to be ticks, not lines. And click OK. Then OK. Then apply. And that's it. That's how the map should appear. We'll just raise our title a little bit higher. Then we'll expand our map a little bit. Just want it to appear a little bit better. Expand it. Then we'll just move our legend like that. Can move it down a little bit. Okay, now that you're done with the grid, we'll be inserting a scale bar. So a scale bar, they provide a visual indication of the size of the features and distance between the features on the map, and this is in relation to the real world. So to add a scale, just go to Insert, Scale Bar. Then I'm going to choose one from here. I'll use a scale line 1, or let me just use a scale line 1. Then let's see properties, if there is anything we need to change. We can change the units to meters. Then click OK. Then just click OK. Then you can just move it to this point. Let me just change the style to another one. I'll use something like this one instead. Yeah, much better. Then I'll move it. Then so if for example the map scale changes, the scale bar will remain correct. It will adjust according to the change in the scale of the map. Next, we are going to insert scale text. So insert scale text. So you can decide to insert both or just insert a scale bar. So I'll be using the first absolute scale, and properties. Can see format. Yeah, let's change this to Times Roman. Click OK. Then OK. So we'll put it on top of the scale bar. There. If I zoom in, you can see that I changed the scale to 1:170,000. You can change it at the top here. Okay, so let's zoom out. We can also insert the, let's see. We can also insert the dynamic text such as the coordinate system. Can click on it and it will be added there. So this is a very easy and automated process. Can just squeeze it. Let's move the scale bar. like that. Then you just put it here. Then you can move that. Okay. We can also insert an inset map. Go to insert, then data frame. Then we're going to resize this to make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, a little bit smaller. I know the arrangement might look a little bit off. So now what you're going to do is we are going to drag and drop all of these layers into this data frame. So just drop it, drop abstractions, drop roads, drop rivers, drop forests, drop subcatchments, and as you can see they are filling in down here. Then drop soils. So we'll just move it and change the scale. We can make it twice. Let's put it 340. Still not there. Let's put it 440. Not yet. 540. It's almost there. 640. Okay. Yeah, so I think it fits well in that section, in this data frame. Let's just try and increase it a little bit. Let's put 650. So basically this inset map, it's a smaller map and it's featured on the same page as the main map, and it's used to show the area of the main map in a border. So for example, if we were to show that this area was within Kenya, we will make this smaller and Kenya will be the larger area. Yeah, so it guides a person on where this location actually is. Okay, what else can we insert? So in a map we can insert other elements such as neat lines, the network path, the disclaimer, logos of maybe the company. You can insert photographs, maybe to enable the viewer to see portions of the map in its real world likeness. You can insert a map number. You can insert tables. Yeah, you can insert a copyright to show the author of the map layout. You can also insert the date. So we'll insert the date and the authorship right now. So you can just go to insert, and then let's go to dynamic text to finish this thing quickly. So just go to author. Sorry, let me just delete that. Go to insert dynamic text, just use username. I will edit it and change it to something like author. click OK. We can insert the date, the current date. The date that is usually put on a map is the date of when the map was printed. So this date should be put in the marginal elements in an inconspicuous location. So this date is just part of the metadata. So we assume this map will be printed on 7th of November. We can also insert we can insert the network path, and this is where we can find the files. But for now, these are all I'll be inserting. So you can arrange them the way they should be or the way you prefer them to appear. So finally guys, I think this is it about the map design and the layout. You can check on a tutorial I have. Let me just show you. That is in case the tutorial was too fast for you. You can read the article. I have it here, and you can just follow through it to do the same activity that you have done all the way from the first tutorial. Also, you can check out on this article, cartographic map design. I'll leave a link in the description box. Just go to my Medium channel and follow me. Okay guys, so as I had mentioned earlier, I had some good news for you guys, and this is the good news. First of all, we are aiming at reaching at least 100 subscribers for the YouTube channel. So what I'd like you to do is just hit that subscribe button, and the good thing is that it's free, no charges, and the best part is that I'll be having a giveaway for those who subscribe to my channel. So you can go to the Facebook page, the Geospatial Engineers, like the page, then you can post, and I'll be giving this giveaway to the first 10 or 20 subscribers. Then the rest will get something else. So you can visit this page, the Geospatial Engineers, to get some insights on the whatever is happening in the geospatial world, in the mapping world, cartographic world. Like the page. Also go to the Geospatial Engineers Instagram account and follow. Yeah, these are the steps. Go to Facebook, go to Geospatial Engineers, follow, then go to YouTube channel and subscribe, then comment, leave a comment in either one of those mediums, and say you have finished all of those processes. Once you're done, you'll be getting a giveaway. I'll be releasing those who have won the giveaway in a later video. So that's it guys. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.